Good to see you again, but a tough weekend result there, and I think the fans, quite a lot of fans online have been asking questions, what's going wrong, why aren't we as good as we were last year? Is this back to what you said at the end of the season? We've done so well that people will have expectations.
I think ultimately, Callum, we've had a lot of pats in the back in relation to the way things went last season. And when things don't go your way, obviously expectation is up off the back of last season. When things aren't going your way, then you're there to be shot at a little bit. Yeah, you're there to be criticised, and we have to understand that and expect that. I think Saturday was a harsh one, because I do believe in the first half we created enough chances to win that game and never took them. So there's one reason, we're just not taking the opportunities that are coming our way. And secondly, in the last two games, the goals we've conceded are, I think any of the players would admit, are relatively cheap goals, and we can do better with those. So myself and the coaching staff, these are things we have to look at to try and improve on and help the players, and that's our job. Our job's to help this group of players try and get over these bumps in the road that we've talked about even last season when we went through a little spell. But I also know that we've got a group of players in there that can turn this round and can get results in this league, and we proved it in the Cup at the beginning of the season. We've beaten St Johnstone and having a really good result against Alloa and Stenhousemuir as well, lower league stuff. So worried, no. Frustrated, yes, definitely at the moment. But we've got games coming thick and fast. We've got two really tough games, one in the Cup against Falkirk and the next one in the league against Partick down here, which will be a very tough game as well. Now,
what's it like in the squad? Obviously they're disappointed, but are you doing anything to help everyone gel together again? Because you've had a big turnaround of players again this season. It can't just be the same boys club like it was.
A big turnaround of players isn't so bad when you've got them at the beginning of the pre-season and you're able to work through it together. We've had a big turnaround of players in the last week. And again, sometimes things come up that are unexpected and you're not planned for, so you have to think on your feet and you have to move pretty quickly to bring players in. Really pleased with the three lads that made, well, Logan's a second debut, but Jack and Roy, I thought they did great in the game, and they looked as if they wanted the ball and they got on the ball and did a lot of very, very good stuff. So from that point of view, it's great, but there is still room for improvement. Our players are still understanding what are Roy's strengths and weaknesses, what are Jack's strengths and weaknesses. Obviously Big J's come in as well, and so having been used to working with Murday and Ben in that central role, and Paul, and we had built round Ollie as well at one point. We were getting used to playing with Ollie. Now obviously three of them are not available, so three new lads have come in, so we are adjusting, and there are going to be teething problems along the way, but I don't think that the goals we're conceding are no down to new players coming in any way whatsoever. They're down to our own sort of lapse of concentration at specific times within a game. So that's fixable. That is fixable.
Robbie, we were speaking off camera there that you spent, I believe, 5 years total at Falkirk. So you'll probably be able to give us a bit of an idea of what we can expect from them tomorrow night.
Yeah, no, we're a good team, especially this season. We've signed pretty well. I still know quite a few of the boys there, and backroom staff and people like that. In my opinion, I'd be surprised if we're not challenging come May for the title. So we know ourselves it's going to be a tough game tomorrow, but after Saturday and that, a game on the Tuesday is probably exactly what you want, to try and put a few wrongs right and hopefully get a result and start a bit of momentum. Yeah,
like you mentioned, Falkirk have kind of been a bit of a sleeping giant for the past couple of years in Scottish football. You mentioned, given the fan base they've got, you'd expect them to, even though Tuesday night, bring a good turnout down and create a good atmosphere tomorrow night.
Yeah, no, even when I was playing there, we'd average probably about 5,000 at home games. There was usually more away fans than home fans at our away games. So, no, it should be a good turnout tomorrow, and hopefully it'll be a good game.
And in terms of, working with the goalkeepers here at United, it's been very much talked about that it's a right, good union of boys like yourself, Charlie, Ollie coming in there dead and training with you now, Demi, goalkeeping coach. So how has that been in terms of, from your point of view, how's that been, working with these guys every day?
Yeah, no, it's been brilliant. Obviously Charlie had a very good season. Last season I felt like I did as well, albeit in in a lower league, but I feel like we're probably getting the best out of each other in training. I know my role at the minute in the team is to make sure Charlie's ready for a game on the Saturday. Obviously, I'm wanting to be the one in the team, but at the minute I know my role, and I'm going to be pushing him as hard as I can. At the same time, you've got the two young ones who are very good. Obviously, always just been away with Scotland as well. When I was at Falkirk, I used to do a bit of coaching with the younger goalies, so I hope Ollie feels that I'm helping him a bit as well.
You mentioned Ollie there. We were speaking again earlier on about how, you know, at Outgrowth of the weekend, it looked like it was a real good group of you out there. He was taking part in the warm-up as he has been this past season, I believe now. What does that do to a young goalkeeper, you know, to be able to experience the warm-up on a match day in addition to the training during the week?
Yeah, well, I believe he's an Ayr United fan, so I remember when I was his age, I was doing the same for Aberdeen, going and doing the warm-ups and getting to watch the games and that. So if he's like I was, I used to love it on a Saturday, mainly for the free ticket to the game, but no, it can only be good for his experience coming with us on a Saturday. And realistically, if obviously touch wood it doesn't happen, if someone was to happen to me or Charlie in the warm-up, then obviously he's in the squad, so the experience is probably brilliant for him.
And with it being the Trust Trophy Cup game tomorrow night, what would it mean to you as players, you know, to try and go far and go through to the next round in this competition?
Yeah, I don't think it matters what competition you're playing in. I think as a football player you just want to win every game you play in, and tomorrow night's no different. And for boys who maybe haven't been playing as much as they want to be, it's maybe a chance for them to get some minutes. And obviously if you get to the next round of the cup, and there's obviously another game coming up, so no, it's an important game, and one we'll be definitely going out to try and win.
Lee, just listening to that comment there which says, you know, it's a chance for other players who might be in the margins there. Were you under any pressure to change your approach, which is to play other players in these games after Saturday or the games before? You've seen some comments online which are going on about that. Are you under any pressure to do that?
I don't read the comments online, Callum, so I'm not sure what comments you're talking about. Again, I'll just do what I feel is right for players and the club in that sort of scenario. There are players that maybe deserve an opportunity or need a little bit of a run out, and they'll get an opportunity. But there's other players that are going through a hard time, to continue with their minutes to get over a tough time as well. So we'll make the best decisions that we feel is right for the club and the football in relation to going forward. We want to win the game tomorrow night. We want to win the Trust Trophy. We want to win anything you're in, absolutely, as Robbie says. But the bread and butter is the league, isn't it? And we've got a big game against Partick coming up as well. And the biggest thing for us is to try and get back on track as soon as we possibly can, no matter who that's up against.
In terms of the people you took off on Saturday, you were saying about Sean McGinty was just preventative. He'd got quite a nasty knock, to be quite honest, at the time, and I think you were also talking that you had one other where you took off semi-preventative from a knee knock as well. How are they doing? No,
all fine. Everybody trained today, so Sean trained, Akeem trained. Listen, Frankie's away on international duty, so he's not available for the game tomorrow night. We knew that, so Sean he took a fair dun, don't get me wrong, but it was preventative because we've only got two other centre backs. Akeem took a knock on his knee, but trained again this morning. Paul Smith is suspended. He got sent off last year, so he's suspended for the game tomorrow night, so he's not available. So there's one or two enforced changes, and there's other changes of boys that have just been waiting their turn patiently and get that opportunity.
And going for this game tomorrow, what should we expect from the Falkirk team?
They're a team that's playing with full confidence, and we know a lot about Falkirk after last season as well. How disappointing it is. It's not a case of revenge, it's just trying to win our next football match. Good side. John and his staff are great people, good footballing people. They started the season relatively well. I would like to think they're scoring a lot of goals. So yeah, very tough game, but we can cause them problems as well. We've got players in there that can really cause them problems, and there's little shoots of improvement, albeit we're not getting the results or the rub of the green going our way at the moment, but we'll keep ploughing on, and I've got full faith in the group of players that we can get results turning the right way.
What's the role of the fans during this time?
They were brilliant. Again, they were brilliant last. Was there hundreds up there? Not. There's a good hardy bunch up there. They were absolutely fantastic, and the fans have been great. Again, get behind the players. There is going to be good times this season, there's going to be tough times. We're going through a little bit of a tough time at the moment. That's where we stick together, we help each other through it, and we'll come out the other side and hopefully reach the targets that we aim for this season. So again, they've been brilliant up to now, and I'm just hoping that they turn out in their numbers again tomorrow night, because as you say, we probably expect quite a few through for Falkirk as well. So yes, keep doing your thing, guys.